sweetie pie, and welcome back to my channel. I don't know why, but I've been in the mood to like sing all my intros. I'm so sorry you had to listen to that. Anyway guys, today we are doing a full face review on Wet n Wild brand products. There are a couple that I didn't have, like I didn't have a mascara, and was that it? Was that all? There might have been like one other thing, a setting spray. I know they have a mascara and a setting spray, but this was just the stuff that I have, the stuff I've been trying out lately. I didn't want to buy the whole kit and caboodle because I'm trying to downsize some of the makeup that I have, but majority of these products are Wet n Wild. If you'd like to see how I got this look today, which I used the new Wet n Wild, this is the, oh, what is this called? The Rose in the Air palette. I actually have all four of them, finally. If you are on my Instagram, you know the hunt I've been on for all four of these babies. So I'm going to do a full other video for these with swatches and looks and all that kind of stuff. I hope you guys would like to see that. Anyway, if you guys want to see how I got this full face of Wet n Wild, then definitely stay tuned and do not forget to subscribe. Click that bell notification because, of course, YouTube is making it harder for the little guys. Alright guys, let's get into this. I'm going to take my time this time, and of course I am so sorry. I have been breaking out a ton and I have no idea what's going on. I must go to the doctor and get my hormones checked because I only get acne like in this area. Nothing on my forehead, nothing on my chest, nothing anywhere else. Anyway, let's get off the boat. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer, and it looks like that. It's kind of a dimethicone primer, which I want to try and stay away from. Actually, I don't see. Maybe it's not. Refines pores, fills fine lines, brightens complexion, evens skin tone. Magic potion. I thought it was, there isn't any like pore filling that I can see, and honestly when I put it on it reminds me a little bit of the like Laura Mercier hydrating primer, but more thick, if that makes any sense at all. Alright, so I don't know. I'm not crazy about this primer. I think it's an okay primer and it's super inexpensive, so it's got that also going for it. But I don't know. Anyway, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. Mine is in Buff Bisque, and it's not a full coverage full coverage concealer, full coverage foundation for me. It's just not. So I actually have wet my, this is a Sephora sponge. I've never used a beauty blender. I've never used a beauty blender actually. And let's put my cat ears on. Wow, I look so pale today. I'm truly not as pale as I look. Alright, and then another thing, of course, with this foundation, the stick, it's just not amazing for people with acne, and I kind of don't like, I don't like anything like that. I also have the, it is the new Physicians Formula foundation, and I don't like anything with a doe foot, like for something that's going to go all over my face. And see, as you see, like, it's a pretty good match, but it's just not, it's not full coverage for me at all. I should shake this a little bit. There we go. But yeah, it's just not full coverage for me. Their powder is really nice though, and I could probably put a concealer over top or underneath the foundation, but we're not going for super full coverage today anyway. But yeah, this is like a medium coverage. If you have like acne prone skin and you have a lot to cover, not really going to do that for you. Alright, so yeah, there is the foundation all blended out, and like, let me get closer. You can see it doesn't cover all the redness. I like the finish of it. And this one probably could be maybe a shade lighter. I probably bought it in the summer. I haven't used this for a while. But it gives a pretty, like, not completely matte finish to the face. It's alright. It's not my favorite foundation, but it is a good foundation. It is a good, solid foundation, and I actually am putting this in my Shop My Stash to see if I can maybe, you know, use it up a little bit. The next thing I am going to go into is concealer. I almost forgot what I was going to say. I have two concealers. This one is the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Color Correcting Concealer, and this one is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. I'm actually going to use both for you guys today. Oh. So the Cushion Concealer is amazing for every day. The only thing is that the packaging is kind of a bitch. Okay, so you got this, and this would go on top of here. Here's your cushion, and then you have a little sponge. I really like the sponge, but if you have acne, again, you want to wash this. Like, if you're using this, okay, so when you dunk it in here, it honestly doesn't even like look like there's really that much on here, but let's just take a look at this. Like, do you see how high that spread? That almost spread like all the way up to my eye. So I love the product, I love the spreadability, and I think it gives me like medium coverage. So if you weren't looking for like full coverage, or you were going to put like a coverage powder underneath it, like I'm going to do now, I don't think you need that much to, you know, have it look really nice. Now this one, the Photo Focus foundation or concealer, is more like, how am I going to explain this? It's more like a, you know, heavy duty concealer. I think that it conceals really well, and mine is in light ivory. They had quite a few shades, which I was pretty surprised about, and they had a lot of shades of their Photo Focus foundation. I was really surprised. There was at least 12 shades, which if you know drugstore, you know that 12 shades is a lot for Wet n Wild, something that's so affordable. So yes, there is the coverage of each one, and I do feel like you do get more coverage with this one. It's probably a medium to full coverage, and I didn't even really put on that much. So the next thing that I'm going to do, and I'm literally just going to do the two different concealers, I'm going to use their contour palette. It is their Mega Glow, and it is the Dulce de Leche. I love this banana powder, and I just want to, oh, that one don't have a mirror. Alright, I'm just going to kind of get out those and a crease in, and I'm going to go in with a puff and just, you know, get into that banana powder and press it under my eye. And usually I bring it up a bit. Alright, and then I'm just going to set the tops of my face as well. Alright, this powder is great. As you can see, it's pretty bright. Like, I want to, you know, bronze my face right now. But we are actually going to go in with another powder. This powder it's almost like the ambient lighting powders. It has this very sheer glow to it. I have like done some stuff to this powder. This is their Photo Focus pressed powder. Mine is in neutral beige, and it just has, you're not going to be able to see it, and this seems like a baked powder, just because it was a little bit hard. Like, can you see the luminosity in that powder? So I literally will just take like a big fluffy brush. If I'm really trying to get some coverage out of it, I can try with my sponge, but I don't feel like the sponge picks up as much product, if that makes any sense at all. And I don't think there's a ton of color in these powders, but they did have like 6 or 7 of them, I'm gonna say. I wasn't sure how dark they went. I wasn't really paying attention. Sorry. Alright, and after you have powdered, we're just gonna see, it doesn't feel super tacky. Sometimes around the edges of my makeup look, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it hasn't gotten like set down enough, and it's still a little bit sticky, this foundation. So that's my thoughts on that. I like the foundation, but a little bit of setting spray at the end, you're good anyway. So the next thing I'm going to go into is the contour, and I'm going to go back to this. This is the Mega Glow contouring palette. And I'm gonna take, ooh, do I want a large brush? This stuff is really pigmented, and it is really like powdery. Can you say that? But I found that if you tap off your brush, it can be very pretty. It's like a very pretty bronzer, like pigmented enough where you're seeing like results, but not like so pigmented that you're like, oh my god. Like when I use the Tarte, it's a Tarte palette, the Clay Play. The bronzers in there are so pigmented that every time I end up going in, I'm like, oh my god, I look ridiculous. I just go in there with those bronzers and always come out looking like crazy. Go on my chest a little bit, because that foundation is a little bit, it's not too dark, it's just a little bit in the wrong direction. I am a neutral person. I am like in the neutral zone for foundation colors, and the only ones that I've really been able to match myself is the Fenty Beauty and the Kat Von D. When I go and buy a high-end foundation, normally my shade is so easy to find. I'm trying to actually purchase the, what is it called? The Hourglass foundation. That's what I think I'm going to purchase as my foundation for the VIB event. But I'm kind of like stuck not knowing exactly what shade I am. It's kind of a thing. Anyway, we're going to go into a little bit of blush, and I don't particularly love this blush because it's more of a highlight. These are the Wet n Wild Ombre blushes. I know they have other blushes, but this is just the one that I had, and I didn't see any when I was buying like a ton of Wet n Wild stuff. It came out in one of my drugstores, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's going to be a few Wet n Wild reviews coming up soon. But anyway, this is the, oh, what is it, in a purple haze, and it is like, it's definitely like, I don't know, it's a very purpley, like highlighty, see, like it's right there, it's a highlighty blush. But we're gonna just go in with a small blush brush, and it definitely kicks up the powder, and try to brighten up the cheeks a bit. I don't know, I'm not super into cool toned blushes like this. Like, I think a lot of my blushes are warm toned. I really need a cool toned blush. That's what I need. Alright, so we've got like those highlighted cheeks. And you know what, I'm just going to go into highlight right now because this stuff really excites me. Okay, I want to get more of these, but I know for a fact I don't need them. These are the Mega Glow Hello Halo Liquid Highlighters. These are beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it does come in a doe foot. But what I would recommend, and everybody knows I have powdered my face, what I would recommend is taking your beauty blender and just smoothing some onto your beauty blender. You see what I'm doing? It's on there, alright? And then carefully and you may have to flip the Beauty Blender if you have too much product. You're going to just dot over like that, and then flip it over and blend. And you will have the prettiest freaking highlight. It's really beautiful, and my hair is totally getting in the way. Now look at that. Can you see that? See how pretty that is? Like, I'm gonna get up a little closer. Like, sometimes I've had the shitty experience where it disrupts my foundation, but I really haven't had it happen quite as much as I've had it happen with other products, so I'm happy with it. And if you get it right on the right, you know, consistency, it can be so pretty and very, like, not natural, because a very pink highlight is obviously not natural, but it's very, just, it looks like it's in your skin type of thing. It's not like super crazy looking. And if I have a little extra, I will like kind of go over, you know, my nose and everything. But what I really want to use are these. Actually, I'll probably just use this one. I've had this one in my collection for a long time. It is in Precious Petals. It was like the only one that was ever sold in my area. Then I have the new one, which they have two more, but I'm like, do I need them? This one is in Blossom Glow. This is the one we're going to use today because it is like that pinky highlight. And I'm just going to go ahead and grab, fan brushes don't always work with these kind of baked gelée products, but I'm trying to really rub a fan brush in here. And then we're going to go and, oh yeah, that's working pretty good. And of course, I usually go like a little bit above my brow, and I'll blend it in if it's like really crazy with a, you know, a brush or a sponge or whatever. I hate doing it on my nose because I can never really feel it. Okay, and then I will just take my powder puff and just kind of go over what I did. Okay, so I'm going to do eyebrows, but I'm actually going to do eyebrows off camera. I do have some Wet n Wild products and I want to share them with you, but I want to do my brows for another video. I'm actually going to do a video about stenciling in my brows because that's what I do with these no brow situation. So the products that I'm going to use are this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Brow Pencil, and it's okay. Wet n Wild does have another brow pencil, which is it's a triangular shape. I haven't tried that one yet, but this one is like $3.50. They come in 3 different shades. You get a pretty damn good spoolie on the end. They're about this long when, you know, they're full. They're not like a full pencil. They're about that big. And actually, this color is Brunette. Let's do it better. This is the most creamy brow anything. Like, it is creamy. But I kind of like that. I don't like a ton of creamy products because I feel like they're too creamy. This is bordering on that, but it fills in my brows very quickly and very nicely, and the taupe one is amazing. I have the brunette one today, so I'm going to make do, but I feel like if you get a good sharpen on this, this is like a pencil, obviously, for $3.50. Their other one is an automatic though, and I really would like to pick that up, I think. I didn't want to pick it up because I was like, oh, I have so many brow pencils right now, I don't need any more, but no, I feel like I should have because of this video. I don't know. Anyway, it's pretty nice. It's very creamy. If you can find it in your shade, I think they only have like 3. If you can find it in your shade, it's pretty darn good. If you're in like a pinch, this isn't the best product I've ever used, but I'm pretty darn sure this is going to be. This is a new brow kit. This is the Ultimate Brow Kit from Wet n Wild. Mine is in ash brown, and of course I left the tag on it. Now this is going to be the only product, well, almost the only product that I have not tried yet, so I can't actually give you a full-on review with it, but I will definitely give you a, you know, first impression review on it first time after I do my brows because I'm going to use it today. Now, it literally, I love, it's so cute. This is the, you get like a wax. Let's feel the wax. Ooh, the wax is pretty good. I hate those waxes that are really, really waxy. It's just, I bought one last week and I cannot find it here. It'll probably be in my shop, my stash. It's terrible. It was terrible. Anyway, and then you get the two colors here. This is like a little bit, ooh, they're pigmented. So you get a very dark brown and a very, like, it's almost a light brown, but not quite. You can work with that. Believe me, I have quite a few that seem darker, but with powder, you can kind of be like a lighter hand and you can make a lot of different colors work. But yes, anyway, as I blither on, you also get like a tiny little tweezer and a not too bad of a brush. Like if you were in a super pinch, this would be amazing because I think that was only $6 in Canadian. But yeah, I do enjoy this. This one is in medium brown and I'm going to go do my brows and I will be right back and I will let you know how this works. Alright guys, so the brows are on and I actually kind of sat down and got lost in making my own Facebook account for this channel. So I've been gone for about 15 minutes. But as for this, I think this is great. I need a lighter color though. I normally do not go this dark, but this one right here is like black. It actually looks black in the camera though. It's not. It's like a dark brown, but it looks so black. So this is a little bit dark for me. I think this was the dark brown, so this was the only one they had though. So sad, so sad. These are great powders though. They're so pigmented. They were easy to blend through the brows and like I really like to blend right here. Was able to do that great. I also concealed my brows with this concealer. Worked wonderfully. I have a little, and I mean just a tad bit of patchiness right here, but that could just be because obviously I put concealer over top of powder. Usually works out for me, but regardless. Now I do normally like to put a brow, just a brow, like the Benefit Gimme Brow, Ready Set Brow, which like a setting. I'm just going to use this one, but I didn't see one from from Wet n Wild. Does Wet n Wild have one of these? They probably do. Anyway, I'm just going to run that through my brows, and then we are going to start with the eyes. Now, I'm going to do a completely exclusive... I'm going to do a completely exclusive review on all 4 of these Wet n Wild palettes. So like this video down below if you are excited for that. But I'm going to use the one that I have not used yet. And that is the one that if you follow my Instagram, it is always down below. You will know I searched high and low for this one. I went to my pharmacy about 40 times and they never had it in stock. This is the Rose in the Air palette. So I'm going to use this one today. I have all 4 of them now. I have the Nude Awakening, I have the Not the Deepest Peach, Not a Basic Peach, duh, and then I have the Comfort Zone, of course, but I'm going to use this one today. Now, Essence, or why do I keep saying Essence? Wet n Wild has a eye primer, and I'm going to use that. It came out a little bit weird at first, but I think it just needed to be like shook up. A lot of people say this is pretty good, so we're going to try that. It's not like the normal eye primers that I like where they have some tint to them, but I'm trying to try more eye primers that aren't like that and just to see how they are. So this is the first time I am using this one, because they didn't have it at first, just like the eyebrow palette, or yeah, the eyebrow palette and this palette. So this is going to be like first time on camera. So yeah, it is tacky and sticky, which I do like. So we're going to go into the Rose in the Air palette and we're going to use color, I'm going to assume it's color 1 or 2, which it's just a completely matte kind of cream shade. That's how I like to start my looks most of the time. And I'm dropping things everywhere. This one is really, like, it's powdery, but somehow I think, yes, see, I really like these shadows. I think that they are an amazing bang for your buck. There are a couple I like more than the other. but I will talk to you guys about that in my review. I just want to use this a couple more times, and I want to collab some looks together, and then I will do my review on all of them. I'm hoping to get it out next week, so obviously subscribe for that. So yeah, I'm just thinking, what do I want to do today? You know what? I'm going to go full all out and do like a very pinky look today. I'm going to use like this orangey color. This is number 6. And I'm going to switch brushes. I used like a larger brush. This time I'm just going to use a smaller blending brush. I love the orange shade I'm going to use the smaller. Oh, see, this one's pretty too. I don't know if I love the eye primer though. I will have to try it again. But it does look a little funky. That's why I like white bases. I just feel like they work so much better. So yeah, I'm just working that pretty heavily into the crease. And for some reason, it's working better on this eye. Maybe I just had some like weird issues. See, I don't have as much skipping. I wonder if you can see that. Let's just get up a little closer. I had some skipping here, like right up here. I don't know if you can see that, but here I didn't have any, so. Okay, and I'm just working that up, trying to be light-handed so we get a gradient when we put like a deeper color in the actual crease. And then for the actual crease, I'm actually going to go in with that bright pink shade. And they're saying that this is like the modern Renaissance, and I would say it's somewhat like it, but some of the colors are definitely like not the same. Ooh my gosh, that was so pigmented there. Oh my gosh, I love that shade. That is going to be a go-to. It is like a muted pink. Oh, that is so pretty. And I'm just bringing that down a little bit. Oh, that is like the prettiest shade ever. So after I've got all that kind of blended out, I think I'm going to go into this darker shade here at the bottom, and I'm just going to touch my outer corner with it. This isn't going to be like a super duper complex. I have had a little bit of fallout. Let's see how easy it is to brush away. Very easy, because I like to do my face makeup first. I cannot help it. So that is how far I've got, and I'm really liking this palette. Oh, I love when I can really enjoy like a lower end palette. I don't know how to call it. It's like something from the drugstore. This was like $8. Oh my gosh, like so excited. Now I'm actually going to take one of, I do have the like single in Brulee, and I wanted to touch on these two as well. Okay, so this is their glitter in Bleached. I can't stand their glitters. They have way too much petroleum or whatever they use in them and not enough payoff, but they have a different kind of glitter. It's almost like a cream eyeshadow with glitter in it. This is in the one Toasty, and it had a lot of glitter on the top, but as you move it away, there's like an overspray over it, but inside here, there is a lot of shiny, glittery particles. This made for a beautiful base. So I actually, if you can find out which ones are which, usually the ones that are the cream eyeshadow have a like lighter glitter on them, like almost a smaller glitter, so you can kind of tell. This one was great though, and I'm just gonna pack this on the lid, and then I'm going to pack one of the shimmer shadows. I think there's only 2 in that palette on the lid. See, and you're just going to pack it on the lid, and then I'm pretty sure I'm just going to take my finger and I'm going to go into, you know what, we're going to use both of the shimmers that are in here. I'm going to do this a little bit further away from the inner corner, and then I'm going to go right into the inner corner with that one. There's only two metallics in the palette, so it should be pretty easy. Wow, that wind is crazy today. So I'm going to just take that on my finger. And that looks super pretty. Ooh, I really like that actually. It's a little bit darker of a metallic, so I'm happy they gave you the two because then you had one for your inner corner. I don't always love when they don't give you a shimmery light shade because I'm the type of person that has a little bit like darker under eyes, so having that little, oh, that pop is everything to me. Alright, so then we're just going to go in with that lighter shade and just do like your inner corner and right at the beginning of your lid. And I'm so sorry if you can hear. And this shimmery shade, I thought it was going to be a little tiny bit lighter, but it'll work. It's just not quite as light as I thought it was going to be. But if you pack these on with your finger, which is the only way I've used them right now, as for this palette, they go on amazing. As for all the other palettes, I do think you're going to want some water or, you know, to put it on with a base like I did today, because they do turn out beautiful that way. I don't usually use my shadows any other way, to be perfectly honest. A lot of people use shadows dry. I never do really, especially when it comes to like really pretty metallics. There is nothing like wetting a beautiful metallic shadow, I am telling you. So I'm just going to take a much smaller kind of under the eye brush type of deal, and I'm going to go back into that very light shade and try to clean up a little bit in here. I like to do that a lot of the time because sometimes I can get messy. And this one is doing a phenomenal job. Wow, I was really surprised at how far that white or cream shade actually went. That was awesome. Okay, so on the lower lash line, I'm going to go all out and I'm going to put this pink shade on my lower lash line, which is actually a pretty good thing for me, honestly, because I can always go in with a little bit lighter hand if that's humanly possible for me. And then I'm just blending it out like that. See? Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with this eye. Alright, all I have left is mascara and lips. I know that Wet n Wild has a ton of mascaras, but I completely thought I had one, and I don't. So I'm literally just going to use the Covergirl Total Tease. I've been trying to get through this mascara because I'm not fully in love with it. I like that it's a smaller brush, but sometimes with these very pointy brushes, and like, look at this. It has this weird ball on the end, and I haven't really got it. So I'm going to use it today regardless, and yeah, we'll just fast forward through this. Alright, so that just gives me what I would call like normal, everyday kind of lashes, and I don't know, I always feel like I'm going to poke myself in the eye with that little ball. It's crazy. So I have a ton of lipsticks here, and I have no idea. Oh, dropped one on the floor. I have a ton of lipsticks, alright? So I have, these are from their Mega Last line, this London Skies, and it is a gray, literally gray lipstick. Then I have a few of their like other line. This is in the color 15 Minutes Aflame. It's a very light pinky color. I don't think it's going to go with this one. Then I have this one, which is like more of an orange. This is the What's Up Doc. I should be swatching these. I've only worn this one maybe 3 times. It's very light. It's very light, I will say that. Then I have this one, which I love. I love wearing this one. This one is in fuchsia with blue pearl. And it really does have like a shimmery like blue to it. I love putting it over top of the gray one. I did it for Halloween one year, and then I don't know, it's a little bit risque to be wearing out like to the grocery store, but the one I'm going to actually use today is one that I've been using for the past like 3 or 4 days. This is the Liquid Catsuit Mega Last Matte Lipstick in Coral Corruption. Oh, let's put this on. I love this color. And I love the applicators of these. Everyone always raves about these, and honestly, when it comes to liquid lipsticks, there aren't too many that are not going to like wear off funny. But I did find with this one, it does wear off when you eat, obviously. It's a liquid lipstick, but it is comfortable when it's on the lips. I did find, and there's very few that actually feel comfortable on the lips. The applicator is a scoop, which is so cool. It hugs your lips. I never need a lip liner when I'm wearing this, which is something serious for me when it comes to liquid lipsticks, that it goes on without there being a ton of mistakes. And see, I like the color. I love the color. I am going to get more of these. I'm thinking on just buying all of them and doing like a swatch fest. Leave a like on this or comment down below, because I'm pretty sure I said that already. But comment down below if you would like me to do that. I think they have about 8 or 10, maybe even 15 at my store. I'm not sure if that like trend is kind of over. They do have some metallic ones as well. I might want to just buy one of those. But that was my Wet n Wild full face, guys. I hope that this one was better than the first one that I filmed, because I like wanted to release that one, but I felt like I was just way too long, and I was trying to rush things, and my makeup did not come out anywhere near as good as it looks now. I'm going to just really nicely, I have this Hard Candy Longwear Sheer Envy. I know Wet n Wild has one, but I just wasn't like in the mood to buy the entire bloody Wet n Wild collection. I might in the future, and then I might do this again if I buy some more products, but I had a ton of products, so I figured I would do this little like review / Wet n Wild get ready with me / whatever you'd like to call this. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you got to the end of this video, you are a trooper, because I know this video is going to be long before I even edit it. Make sure you guys follow my Instagram down below and my new Facebook, because I'm going to be posting all the updates for my videos and tons of looks, just like I do on Instagram on a daily basis. And my nose is totally running! Ugh. Anyway guys, I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and have a really wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Bye!